That sweater is making me want to curl up and like just nuzzle in that beautiful, warm, cozy fabric.
You can nuzzle away. It will make you... There we are.
Thank you.
Maybe
Everybody
we
needs
should
to...
put on some Michael Bublé and we'll just cuddle for the rest of the interview.
That is sort of my style. And it's the same way I am with my friends. I do really just love a nice affection or nuzzle or cuddle. I love it with my kids and my friends. And anyway, I'm just so happy you're here. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
By the way, you're dubbed Britain's King of Comedy 3 years in a row.
Wow, thank you.
Mazel tov and congratulations. Is it true that your mom used to drive you to your stand-ups?
It is true. She used to drive. She drove me here tonight. She's waiting outside.
Really?
I genuinely still don't drive.
Still?
I know. It's horrific. But as a kid, and when I first started doing stand-up, I was sort of 17, 18, so she used to have to take me to these gigs. It gets worse as well, because it wasn't even in a car. She had a little Vespa scooter. And also, the Vespa scooter kept getting stolen. So to stop it getting stolen, she got a bright pink neon Vespa scooter. So I would rock up to all of these comedy gigs as a like bright-eyed 18, 19-year-old, clinging to the back of my mother, like straddling her on the back of this little pink scooter. And she would drop me off and I would go into the comedy club and I would, I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Honestly, as a mom, it just seems like the most charming thing in the world. And anyone who doesn't get that, that's a good edit. Yes. Bye-bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Okay, what does she say, by the way? I mean, I am a mom, and if I was dropping my kids off at a comedy club, and then they're being named the King of Comedy by an entire country years in a row, what does she say to you, may I ask?
My mother, she's very supportive, possibly, yes, like a little, can be at times a little smothering, and still, like, very supportive, but, like, too supportive. She's quite a gregarious character as well.
I can't relate at all.
She has the confidence to drive around a little pink scooter. I host this awards show in the UK called The Brits, which is, like, our version of the Grammys.
Yes.
And last year, my mum always comes to support me. As a joke, she thought it would be funny to turn up on the red carpet with my dad, dressed like Kanye and his wife did last year at the Grammys. In that sheer outfit, oh my God, there's never been more cause for pixels in the world. These photographs went viral, okay? I said, you're banned from coming to the show again if you're gonna pull a stunt like that. Yesterday, I woke up to a text from my mother. It was a picture of the Chapel Rowan dress.
Yes! Yes!
Saying, what date are the awards this year? I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not, Hillary. You are banned from coming to the show.
Okay, so maybe the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree. Yes. Maybe I'm getting a genetic sort of story being told here.
Yes. Show
Oh my God, she must be very proud of you.
Yeah, I think, she's very proud. She's wonderful, my mum, and is like, has always been like a great cheerleader and a great supporter, and like, she's the best.
You are also like an art scholar, so stand-up comedian, art scholar. Maybe, did you know which way it was all gonna go?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was definitely my first love was art. But I think, and my dad, when I, said that I wanted to become a comedian, he was very much like, you need to have a plan B. But I think in his head, like plan B was maybe like training to become a lawyer or going to like,
Not
school.
another risky venture.
I'm going to become a caricaturist. Like, both of those felt like quite, I don't know.
But you do caricatures, right?
I used to do, when I was a kid, I used to do portraits. And I used to do, like, portraits of my parents' friends and get paid a couple of £100 just to go and do a portrait of them.
Oh, you did that of The Rock?
No, that was...
Or is that...
The Rock, to be clear, was not one of my parents' friends when we were growing up.
I was just going to say, or is that even The Rock?
That is The Rock. That's a sketch I did that I found in an old sketchbook. And when I was filming Jungle Cruise, I stupidly told Emily Blunt that when I was a kid, I was obsessed with The Rock. And that I'd found some old sketches that I'd done of him. And she showed him. So went up and said, look, these are these pictures that Jack drew of you, but didn't say that I'd drawn them when I was a child. So he thought I was like a full-on stalker that had just been sketching him on set.
He seems like a cool dude.
He's a cool dude. He's a very cool dude. The most generous man I've ever encountered. He did this thing at the end of the Jungle Cruise shoot where he gathered everyone onto the set, and in front of all of the crew, he gave his stunt double a truck. He handed him the keys to this truck.
Oh my God, I remember that story.
Yeah, it was amazing. And the stunt double was in tears and everyone was applauding. And I was stood next to my stunt double thinking, I've bought you a candle.
That is an impossible follow-up.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
You've got to tell everyone you're giving your stunt double the truck so we can give our terrible presents first.
Yeah. There's no way to up that one.
Bus. Yeah.
I mean, we have like a little bit of some surprise here.
I'm really worried about doing this. Your researcher suggested this, and I was like, this is a hard no because none of my pictures like that. I have a problem because they're never very flattering. Are you drawing me?
Well,
oh, wow.
I was trying to do something that's going to make you feel really comfortable because.
Sketch me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Titanic. Okay. Yeah.
I did this with my my partner recently. We did a date night at home where we had some wine and we drew each other. And I thought I'd done a really flattering portrait of her. I turned it round at the end and she was absolutely mortified. I had to sleep in the spare room. It was just like...
Okay. Okay.
I'm quite worried about how far apart the eyes appear to have been sketched there.
They're really wide set.
Oh, wow.
So...
Yes.
Does that make you feel better? Like you can't do worse than that.
No. I like...
So
it's your old friend E.T.
Yeah,
with a little bit of a beard.
Yeah, like each feature doesn't really belong together, but what I tried to do was make you feel so superior that you could draw me as a stick figure and you're still gonna one-up me.
Okay.
I've been watching your new show, The Burbs, and Paula Pell.
I love Paula Pell.
Who's like literally she's a legend.
She is a legend.
She created some of the most iconic characters as a writer on Saturday Night Live over decades. She's also an actress. She's in with all that group of women.
She's amazing.
She was here because she's in The Burbs. And so I've been watching it for both of you, and I liked the sort of metaphor and storyline of that because wherever you go, and I've moved around my whole life for different jobs, you just land in a new place and you got to find people and make friends. And so I really appreciated that storyline.
I love that element of it. That's what the heart of the show is about. It's about these outsiders coming into this community and then like gathering this found family. And when you first meet them in the first episode, you know, it's Paula Pell, it's Mark Proch, it's this amazing like ensemble of complete oddballs, and you think they're never gonna fit together and they're never gonna bond. And then by the end of the series, they've all come together and they've gone on this insane journey. And I think you really invest in this like ensemble of like wild characters.
I also think I was ready for like, you know, anything, because I also loved that like you could be yourself, you had your accent. And did they ever like discuss, you know, trying to get you to do an American accent? Because I'm so glad you didn't.
Yeah, I actually I auditioned and did both, and they decided that they liked my British accent. I think mainly because it meant that all of the other characters and everyone on set could then mock me and mimic it. Literally, Kiki has the worst British accent that you have ever heard.
I think that might be the only thing she does poorly then, because Kiki Palmer can do pretty much anything.
Oh my God,
very well.
She is. She's the most talented person, but the British accent is definitely a little bit Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins.
They're not easy to do.
No.
Okay, by the way, you have a partner, as you mentioned. Her name is Roxy.
Roxy, lovely Roxy.
I love the name
fiancé.
Roxy. And is it true you have a daughter?
I do.
Named Elsie?
Yes. Elsie.
How did you come up with that name, may I ask?
Oh
no, look.
She's just such a sweet name, yes. We actually, it's quite a funny story. I mean, it's a little inappropriate, but I'm going to tell it anyway.
Place.
We're in the right place.
Inappropriate's our middle name.
I had to shoot down a few suggestions of my dear partner Roxy's for Elsie's name. One such name that I wasn't, particularly keen on, that Roxy was, she suggested that we might call her Phoenix, which I was like, I'm not sure about Phoenix. To me, that sounds a little bit like it might be a stripper name. And that caused a little bit of consternation.
Okay.
And I was like, look, I just think if we are going to name our child this, we need to do a little bit of due diligence. She was like, how do we do that? I was like, I guess we could Google it. So then we had this ridiculous conversation where we've got all of the baby books out in the nursery, and then I'm on Google typing in top 10 stripper names. And there was a website with the top 10 stripper names, and to be fair to her, Phoenix was not on it. But number one was Roxy.
No! That is a good payoff.
I was like, no, delete.
Well, how did you find Roxy in this world?
Well, funny you should say. No,
At a strip club, clearly.
No, sorry, I was on tour. I was on tour in Australia, and we met out in Australia, and we went on a couple of dates. And I remember, I think we'd been on like 3 dates, and because her parents lived in Australia, and I said, well, why don't you come along to a show? So they came along to a show, and I don't know why I hadn't thought it through, but I was like, this show, like so much of it is to do with like my ex-girlfriend and the breakup. There's loads of embarrassing stories about, you know, shenanigans in the bedroom and humiliating like bathroom stories and embarrassing stuff. And my dad said it was literally the worst introduction to me as a human being that you could possibly have. But in a weird way, probably the best test of a relationship that you could have, because I laid everything out there.
And uphill from there?
Yes,
also?
exactly.
You know what's
You've
so funny?
You've heard me at my worst. So.
Someone was coming on, it was actually Minka Kelly, and she was saying how she got to hand the manuscript of her book to her fiancé. And we just had a conversation as two women of like how much we wish before we met a potential romantic partner or someone we're falling in love with, all of our truths.
Yes.
And if they see it all, read it all, understand it all, and accept us, then that's the kind of transparency we're all looking for. So in a weird way, job well done.
It is.
You literally, you know, and by the way, it's comedy. You have a stand-up routine. Hopefully there's some grace-giving, you know, hyperbolic sort of embellishments.
100%.
But I'm sure in that moment, did you ever go like, I gotta change some things because they're here? But then I bet if you changed one thing and the stack, the whole house of cards falls apart because you've got a routine to remember.
Yeah, and that is my whole act as well. My whole act as a stand-up comedian is basically standing on stage and just trashing myself. And so, like, I don't have any other like angle. So that has to be the show. But it is kind of like a form of just like radical honesty, where you present the very worst version of yourself, and so probably quite good to sort of just get it all out there.
Well, it sounds like it all worked out, which is really, really wonderful.
Exactly.
Well, I am so happy for you and Roxy, and I kind of am now hoping your mom does like a Chapel Roan at the Grammys moment for the next Brits, because that was one banger of a look.
The idea of that dress, though, also on a scooter, I mean...
Yes, or tripping. I was very, very, very worried. But your mom sounds like so much fun, and I'm just so happy for all you, all your success.
Yes.
And this wonderful new show.
Thank you so much.
Which is The Burbs, everybody, and they are out now on Peacock. It's a great show, and I hope I didn't rush you through your sketch.
I sort of decided, just to be safe, I'd go for something like abstract.
Okay, I love it.
No, it backfired.
No, I'm gonna love it no matter what it is. Let me see it.
It's sort of like
Oh my God, it's amazing!
I mean, it's a tape. I mean, I wouldn't rush to the framers. I sort of got worried because I realised I had to give you 2 eyes and didn't know where to put this one. So I've got it sort of floating around like a fly.
I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
This is so much cooler than anything I thought was going to come out. I thought just a nice, sweet portrait. This is so cool.
Thank you so much.
Can I keep it?
Thank you. You can keep that.
I love it. By the way, this is me. I love it. This is rad. I am framing this.
Yes.
This is the best. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad the comedy worked out for me.
I'm might want to go back to art as well.
I think I need a plan C.
No, you don't need. Your plan A and plan B are working beautifully in tandem.
Okay.
Thank you for coming
Thank
today.
you so
and thank
much
you for
for
my
having me on.
beautiful piece of art. Hello to Roxy and Elsie, and what's your mom's name?
Hillary.
And Hillary.
She's gonna love so many shout outs on the Drew Barrymore Show.
Hillary,
She loves you.
I can't wait to see what you wear to the next